Alright there guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and yes, you've seen the title, I'm hopping on to that trend because who isn't right now? As you guys probably know, it's the week of KSI vs Logan Paul 2. The boxing rematch that we've waited over a year to finally get to. And today I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions of what I think is going to happen and what I want to happen. But before that, let's recap. How did this all come about? Well, January 1st, 2018. What happened? Logan Paul went to Japan and went to the suicide forest. I've forgotten the name of it, but you guys probably know what it is. Is it called? I think it's called Akibahara. That might be wrong. You guys probably can know. If you guys know, you can correct me in the comments. Anyway, Logan Paul went to the suicide forest. What was probably quite likely going to happen there? Unfortunately, find a potential dead body. Logan, of course, did end up finding a body, and instead of leaving straight away and calling the authorities to tell them that there's a dead body in the forest, he filmed the body straight up and, well, was laughing at it. So, yeah, of course he got a ton of backlash, possibly one of the biggest amount of backlash a YouTuber has ever had for doing a video. It still remains one of the worst videos ever uploaded to YouTube and one of the most horrific. So Logan took a few weeks break from YouTube and then came back a little bit later. And when he came back, not too long after he came back, the first ever big YouTuber boxing event happened. Of course, it was KSI versus Joe Weller. Of course, I am a fan of both of these guys. The two of them don't seem to like each other anymore, which is pretty weird because think about before, like, Joe did the diss track Internet Melts video. JJ and Joe were quite good friends. But then it of course all turned, when the diss track started, it all came about and suddenly JJ and Joe got in the ring. And JJ, of course, beat Joe quite easily. I think even Joe will admit that, because it wasn't a very close fight at all. And at the end of it, Mr. Brian True Geordie asked JJ, is there anyone he wants to call out? JJ, of course, called out Jake and Logan. But because Jake is a pussy and didn't want to fight JJ because he knew he'd lose, Deji had to jump in for that one, because Jake literally was wasting JJ's time. But then JJ and Logan finally came to an agreement to take each other on, even though Logan's management is really bad. Even this year, it's been really bad this year as well. So we have all the build-up, we have some diss tracks, which I don't think are going to happen this year. I don't think JJ and Logan are going to make diss tracks on each other, which, I mean, makes sense because they're training, but JJ's diss track on Logan last year was so good. What I think JJ should do when he comes out of when he's walking out to the ring on November 9th, he should have everything's on point playing. Just to remind Logan that you ain't surviving this. Of course, that's what JJ will be thinking. So we got to August 25th. We had all the undercard fights. Then we had Jake versus Deji. And Jake, unfortunately, won. But Deji said if he trained seriously, he'd have destroyed Jake, and I believe him on that. Because Jake is afraid to fight an Esong Gibb. He even admitted he was going to fight him at the JJ Logan UK press conference. I feel like Jake is still going to try and duck the fight, even after admitting it in front of thousands of people thousands of people watching right there, and millions watching online. He'll still find a way to try and duck the fight. Because Jake doesn't want to beat. Because Jake knows he probably won't win against an Eson Gibb. And it would be nice revenge, you know. An Eson Gibb finishing what Deji started. But yeah, then we got to JJ versus Logan, the big fight that we'd all been waiting for. And it was a pretty close fight overall. Logan had a very good start to the fight. In the first 2 rounds, he really put JJ on the back foot. Round 3 was an even round. But as the rounds went on, rounds 4, 5 and 6, JJ came into his own and got the upper hand. And the final scores for the fight were JJ had 58, 58, 57, 50, I think it was 57, 57, 58, and Logan got 57, 57, 57. So you'd think that should be a win for JJ, because that's a 1 point up advantage that he had on Logan. But apparently in boxing, that's a majority draw, meaning only in boxing can you score more points than somebody else and still not win. Only in boxing. Like, people were saying that this was set up, they set it up to be a draw. I don't think that. JJ and Logan did not want to draw. Neither of them wanted it to be a draw. They both wanted to win. And this year, it can't be a draw. There's no way in hell it's going to be a draw. Then finally, JJ and Logan did announce that on November 9th of 2019, the rematch between them is going to be taking place. We've had the US press conference, we've had the UK press conference, which Logan said that he didn't want to go to it due to his safety, because the UK fans are way more hyped up and passionate than the American fans. But really, it's because of how much of a pussy Logan was in the the UK press conference last year. And everyone was saying that Logan won the UK press conference this year. Yeah, he did. But that's because he had to. He didn't have a choice. He had to win it. Like, that's what people don't realise that. Logan only won because he basically had to do it. So, we are less than a week away from KSI versus Logan Paul 2. Massive, massive fight. The biggest fight of the year. Forget Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz 1 that happened earlier this year. Forget Andy Ruiz 8 versus AJ round 2, which it's happening next month. Forget those. No. JJ Logan is the biggest fight of the year. It will bring in the most numbers online and at the venue. Just like it did last year, it'll do the same this year. Of course, we haven't had as much time to be hyped about the fight because it was announced a lot later than it was last year. So, what do I want to happen? Well, personally, I do want JJ to beat Logan. That was weird. So yes, I want JJ to beat Logan. I did last year and I still do. Because JJ has shown... Yes, Joe was the one that started the boxing, but JJ's the one that elevated it. Without JJ, YouTube boxing would not have become what it is. But without YouTube boxing would never have happened if it wasn't for Joe, but JJ's the one that made it what it is now. And really, JJ ended up saving Logan's career when he called him out last year, which is the opposite of what he actually wanted to do. He wanted to end Logan's career, and instead did the opposite. This year, whoever loses is going to get tormented for the rest of their life. They know that. Both of them. You see, they don't know how it feels to lose a boxing match. Joe does, so Joe has been through it all, and still is going through it. Those two have no idea what it's like. And come November 9th, one of them will definitely know what it feels like to lose. Last year, I wanted JJ to absolutely destroy Logan. Like, I really, really wanted him to be destroyed. Because of the Suicide Force and everything Logan did. This year, if Logan does win, I won't be as annoyed as I would have been last year, because this year Logan hasn't done anything even close to the scale of what he did last year with the Suicide Force video. But we've got all these people saying, ooh, has Logan found redemption? I'd say no. I'd say Logan has not found redemption because he hasn't done something on the scale of good, of like really good, to the scale of how bad the Suicide Force video was. He hasn't done a video like that, but the opposite, in a massive upscale than downscale. If he's able to do something to the scale of good that he did to bad, then yes, he may have found redemption. Jake just needs to stop existing. Like, who actually likes Jake Paul over the age of 12? Probably more people than you think, unfortunately. So yeah, I want JJ to win, but I won't be that annoyed if Logan wins. Now, what do I think will happen? Well, no one can really predict. Even JJ and Logan can't predict, because they can't predict what each other are going to do. They can try basing it off the last fight, but they might both have a different fighting style now than they did then. But Logan still has the 6'2" to 5'9" over JJ, still has the height advantage, the reach advantage. Power, who knows who has more power? I mean, this time we've got no head guards, 10-ounce gloves, all thanks to Eddie Hearn. And if either of them take a big hook to the face, that's like pretty big. If JJ gets a good hit on Logan in the face, that could be it. Like, if one of them takes a big hit to the face, they could just start wailing on them, and that could be the fight over with. Now, if Logan has not improved his stamina enough compared to last year, like, I think Logan's stamina will be better this year than it was last year. But the question is, will it have improved enough to be able to keep up with JJ? Because JJ definitely has stamina over Logan, and if JJ's increased his stamina from last year to this year, then JJ has a massive advantage on that front. And JJ even said that late on in the first fight, when JJ gave Logan some good hits, Logan acted as if it really affected him. So really, the winner is going to be the first person to get a really good hit on, really clean hit, and then is able to capitalize, just keep going and capitalize on it. So my prediction is JJ is still going to win, because he's going to use his massive stamina advantage over Logan to his advantage, and he's not going to start the first few rounds as sloppy as he did last year. He's going to be way more focused last year, so Logan can't take the same approach that in the first few rounds that he took last year, because he knows it won't work. So that is going to be it. That is my prediction for KSI versus Logan Paul 2. The sad thing is, I won't even be able to watch the fight. Not because, well, first of all, you can't. You'll have to, if you want to watch it legally, you have to pay for it, either on DAZN, Sky Sports Box Office, and a few other things. Of course, most people are just going to do what they did last year and go on Twitch and watch it for free, like I did last year and like Connor did. Because if you can find a way to watch it for free, why would you pay for it? But no, I'm not going to be able to watch it because I think in the UK it will be on at 4 a.m. And I am never awake at 4 a.m, so I'm going to end up missing it. I'm going to end up missing this fight, meaning I'll have to watch the highlights. But when I wake up on Saturday morning, it's going to be mayhem. It's going to be mayhem. Twitter is going to be blowing up. Actually, wait, no. It's going to be Sunday morning, isn't it, in the UK? Because if it's at 9 p.m. in LA, where we are in front of America in time zones, so it's going to be Sunday morning for us when the fight takes place. So when I wake up on Sunday morning on the 10th of November, because it'll still be the 9th in America, Twitter will have been blowing up left, right, and centre with so many people tweeting about the fight and everything. So I'll know who's won the fight as soon as I wake up, because there'll be hundreds upon hundreds of tweets about it. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. I'm firmly on Team KSI. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on all my social medias. Tell me in the comments who you think and want to win the fight, as I want to see what you guys think. And is it the same as me, or do you guys want Logan to win? Hey, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, catch you later.